Hey there guys, we're going to give you the real quick announcement. The article for this week has gone up. This week on MTGO Academy, I am taking a look at Red Deck Wins. This is a very rogue deck for Pauper. It's something that has been much more plentiful in the past, but did kind of come into its own a couple months ago. The current meta may not be the ideal place for it, but that's okay. We're going to still take a look. The first deck I started off with here is going to be the one that has made its rounds in the daily events. And then I wanted to see what changes could be made. I talk about possible creature changes, possible spell changes, what can or cannot affect the tempo. We went to one extreme here to try and see what draw can do to the deck, and we added in a whole bunch of draw spells, and you can check it out and see how that went. And then we came to a final conclusion on what the deck should look like. If you want to still maintain the tempo and consistency of the deck that has been currently running, and yet still increase some certain things. I even throw out a couple of rules that I've kind of determined about it. So definitely go over and check it out. I also talk about the competitive corner. We are going to switch this up a bit. In the past, it has been using the daily event lists to do a look at what the meta is, but someone pointed out to me, and they were definitely right, that that has always been kind of flawed and it's never been a 100% accurate view. So we're going to keep the competitive corner. We're going to go forward with it from here on out. It will still show up running every 2 weeks, and it will cover Wednesday to Wednesday. As was the idea beforehand. We are going to change up how things are done. We're going to remove a lot of those graphs and charts that you saw previously in order to kind of keep things simple. Those were based on a lot of that data from the daily events, and because those will no longer be available, we're going to have to manipulate things. Oops, sorry about that phone going off. But we will have to manipulate things to try and make it out. I don't want a lot of this data and stuff put in there because it is flawed data. It is incomplete, so I don't want to really emphasize a look at that. We will not get completely away from it. However, we will still keep in the pie charts and stuff that were at the beginning to get a general look at what is may or may not be the metagame currently. We're also going to change things up. I think I'm going to take a look at every 2 weeks in my article. I'm going to take a look at one specific daily event that was not listed and kind of take a look at what the decks were, how they matched up, how they played, who was winning, who was not winning. We'll also, if there are any rogue decks that have shown up in that 2-week period during those daily events that I want to take a look at, we're going to throw that information in there as well. So it's going to be a little bit changed, but this was really based off of the community. The Pauper community really made this competitive corner what it was, and they wanted it to stay, so it's going to stay. And I encourage you guys to go check out the article. I'll put the link in the description. Leave your own comments and thoughts on what you think about my direction for it. I'm going to keep it going and going to keep taking player feedback to make it the best I possibly can and still provide you guys with some decent competitive information. There's a lot of possibility for things to go there as well. I had a couple of things that have crossed my mind in analyzing decks and whatnot for the competitive corner. So go check it out, leave your feedback. On the channel here, we have I looked at it. The recent building post episode went up, goal post, not too long ago. You can check that out. Upcoming for the channel, we are down to now 2 building post episodes left. I did take a look, and we are down to the last 2, which is fantastic. I already started to get work on those, and I do once again have a deck that has been sent to me for fan fixes that I will get to as soon as possible. It's been a really long time, and I feel really bad, honestly, that it's been so long, but I just have not had time to do all of this stuff. So you can keep an eye out for that as well.